Well, CDL or Bust has come to a basic end here, and this is a happier interview than we had with Mr. Wilson. These three gentlemen have all passed. Let's see the smiles. So everybody, of course, you guys knew you were going to pass. No nerves whatsoever. Ryan, take us through your time, because you had the weirdest day in a way that he had you go first, and then you had to sit to the end to find out if you passed or not.
I guess this went ahead and volunteered to go first on the pre-trip. Not bad. I gave me the whole truck and trailer. Wasn't expecting that one. And then he went ahead and let these guys do the pre-trip, range, and road course, so I got to go to the end, sit around, wait.
And I wasn't timing it, but it was probably a good 2.5 hours or something like that?
Probably at least.
So you could have driven to Nashville. How nerve-wracking was it to wait all that time?
I smoked a lot of cigarettes.
How many did you lose count?
Yeah.
You had no idea first when you volunteered that you're going to have to do the whole truck.
Nope.
Because Anna had been on last yesterday and she had to do the whole truck.
That's right.
And then to sit there, what were your emotions, your stomach like during that whole time?
I just try to stay loose and not think about it. Help them out. Hoping they did good.
Did your confidence go up at all when you saw
I was
them
feeling
pass?
pretty good. I didn't want to be the last one to fail, so I had to step it up.
Okay. Jason, I know you were a little nervous beforehand. How good do you feel right now?
Feel awesome.
What was your experience like today?
Well, I went second, so I kind of, Ryan took the blunt of the force. He had the whole thing, so me and Wayne, and we knew we wasn't going to have to do the whole truck. I got the motor, which is one you study the most, and it's kind of the easiest one, I think, so I got really lucky. And then I just knocked my range out. I was the first one in the truck for the drive, so I was nervous again, but it wasn't too bad.
You say, you went through it like it was not a big deal, but I know you're real careful with your wording for these things. How careful were you with Evan to make sure you said everything slowly and just the way you thought he wanted to hear it?
Oh, very, very. I took my time, made sure I was saying everything, and then, like I said, never went on to nothing else. Maybe even say some stuff again to make sure I did not miss anything.
And I'm sure you guys all were real careful about that key after what happened to Teddy yesterday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How about with the parking? Wayne, it had been pretty smooth out here for you on the range, but you had a bit of a time with the parallel today.
I had a terrible time with the parallel parking. I did everything that I practiced, it didn't work. And actually, yesterday when we practiced at the site yesterday, I wasn't doing well at the parallel parking. But today I went through it, and I took a moment, took a deep breath, and I had to change some things, and I made it work.
I thought you said when we were out there that you were kind of on your last shot. If you hadn't hit that the last time, you might have not gotten it done.
I asked him how many points I had, and I knew. I think I might have had one more shot at it after that, but where I lined up my trailer, it wasn't working, so I had to move it over so I could get the trailer in.
Versus some of your classmates, you seem to be pretty much even keel. At that point, were you even keel?
For a moment there, I was getting aggravated, so that's why I sat there for a second, just took a deep breath, asked how many points I had because I wasn't keeping track, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna back up out of here. I'm gonna pull straight forward, and I'm gonna maneuver. I knew I had to bring it over to the other side of the cone a lot further, so I could keep the rear end in when I was doing my 45. So it worked. I passed.
Just the way you planned it.
Just a little bit rougher than the way I planned it, but it worked.
4 out of 7 passed the class, and that's obviously the best news. But the highlight, in some ways, if you can take that away, is Wayne high-fiving Evan getting out of the truck today. And this is not when even he had passed. This is just after your pre-trip, right?
Pre-trip. I mean,
what the heck happened there?
I was pretty excited. A lot of people had been flunking pre-trip. Nobody was even getting to the range or to the drive, so I don't know.
Just didn't seem like Wayne, did it, guys? Didn't see him high-five? What was going through your minds when you guys saw that?
That was hilarious. I wish I could get guys on camera. I guess we did.
Do you think it helped you going last, that you had seen everybody else, or it didn't really matter?
Going last week.
Today, that what your pre-trip was last, right? Weren't you the last one to do pre-trip? Joey went third.
Yeah. No, I really didn't think that last mattered. Of course, we already knew that Ron was going to do the whole truck, and that I knew that I probably should have went in front of Joey, but I thought, well, they're going to make me do the trailer. And the trailer I've practiced, but not as well as I practiced the engine. The engine I knew, like, I built it. And I was like trying to, well, should I go or should he go? Because we haven't done no, I'll let Joey go. He's going to have Joey do the trailer. And then, of course, Joey didn't make it out of the 4-point, so he didn't get to do the trailer. So I had to do the trailer, the one I didn't want to do in the first place, but I got through it. I almost messed that up too, because you go by what he says, and and so I was passing. I almost passed up the trailer tires, and I backed up and did all that stuff too. So
I think you guys have become almost like brothers during this experience. So how bad, I'll start with you, Horton, did you feel for Joey?
Oh, I still feel bad for the man, even though he's got another test day lined up, and I'm sure he'll do it that time. I feel bad that he had to sit there, and I mean, I'm glad he sat there and supported us.
he supported us, yeah.
Mhm.
But I felt bad for the man. I mean, he knows his stuff. He just got tripped up on a little bit of wording, and it means that much.
You guys kind of concur with that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice to see him just stick around for us.
I'll be there Monday if I can.
If, once you knew about what happened with Anna and Teddy yesterday, did that change your nerves tonight at all? Did you think, oh man, people really do fail?
Yeah. I studied a little harder, a little more, just because I knew that's, they got caught. Teddy, the 4th point, which is it's an easy mistake to make when you're nervous. I mean, and then, hearing Anna did so great on the pre-trip, I was like, well, that puts a little more ease on that part. But then you got the range. I always thought the range was the stress-free, easy part. He's not in the truck. He's way back. You don't even really know he's there. But after hearing what Anna did, it was kind of like, oh, need to not get too
Did it
excited.
affect you guys at all when you found out they had failed yesterday?
Oh yeah, it has to affect you.
So did you change anything in your routine tonight, what you were going to do, or?
No, we were really well prepared. I mean, we couldn't have studied any more. We couldn't have got any better. Every time you can study 24 hours a day, but when it's test time, you got these things called nerves that kick in.
You mean because he showed up at 6:30 in the morning?
Yes.
What time did the next person show up?
Well, it was one that was
It was
just
me.
practicing, but he was there like about 10 minutes after me, and then Wayne come in about 5 minutes after him. So Wayne was there 6:45,
Still
6:50.
early. Did you know, Ryan, when you got in that truck after the pre-trip, after the range, and you passed the range, did you know you had passed at that point? Did you pretty much, there's no way I'm going to mess this driving up?
Oh, no,
Or what had happened
I
with you in the
was-
traffic lights?
I
from
was so
before?
worried. If I was going to fail, that was going to be the part I was going to fail on. Not catching a light or missing a gear, something stupid. Like that truck pulled out in front of me right when that light turned green, so I sit there and wait and just hope that light didn't switch on me by the time he got done making his turn so I can go through the intersection. But I got lucky it didn't, so.
When you came to the last light to turn into the parking lot again, though, you knew at that point you'd passed.
Yeah, when I was downshifting though, I missed going down into 4th gear, or 4th or 3rd, but I was able to get it back in there and just get up to the light, so I was all right.
When he had you go, when you went first and he had you do the whole truck, and then he made you wait, did you think he was a UK fan?
I wasn't even going to ask him.
Overall, guys, now, you passed. This is what you came for.
Mm-hmm.
Has the whole experience, obviously it's been worth it, has it been what you expected? What's been like?
It's been pretty great. I mean, it's a lot to take in on day one. You don't really think that you're capable of doing it, and then at the end, it also all comes to you.
And you got groupies now on Facebook following you because of CDL or Bust, Horton?
No, not me. His face doesn't attract the groupies.
What do you guys do now? Go ahead.
We're going to drink up beers.
Well, I mean, this very minute, Ryan, I mean, what do you do now that you got your CDL?
I start putting in some applications tomorrow. Figure out where I want to go.
Probably local, though.
Yeah.
Should we let people know there's a job open at Horseshoe Casino in Indiana?
No, they're going to have it. Going over.
How about you, Wayne? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the same as him. I'm gonna start putting applications, and I can be a little picky or choosy of where I want to go. Check it out with
Because you're still getting some unemployment.
get unemployment, so I don't need to rush into work. I'm not gonna sit around and wait, but I get to play my options.
And you don't want to enunciate what those are right now?
No.
Okay. And Mr. Horton, where do you stand?
I go back to my old job at least for a couple more weeks to finish up with them, and they're offering me a job to stay, but I get to make my decision. I think I'm gonna pursue my trucking career. It's just I got the time and I got a job now, so I can be picky and choosy, do my research, and find the one that I think will fit me the best.
It's going to be hard to focus on the job, and you got only 2 weeks left.
Well, they just got me doing some training and helping the guy out that took over my old route, so not really pressure's on him, it's not on me. I'm kind of Evan. I just go there and relax and do my thing, and all the pressure's on him.
Couple last things. When you guys walked in this door, none of you knew each other. you see that some of you guys at least might stay in touch.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's been a good experience. Glad we had.
He lives in my neighborhood.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm glad we made this work for you because I think it's been a kind of a neat experience, not just for us, myself and John Summers, who's taking the pictures, but to see you guys come together. And none of us knew how this was going to work. As Debbie said to me yesterday, we got a great class. We really lucked out at how it all worked out, and I wish everybody had passed. But I really think it's been pretty cool. So I really appreciate all you guys doing this. Hope we can stay in touch. Let us know how you're driving. Maybe we'll see you at the truck driving championships in a couple of years.